Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to AndrutoVGC. We're gonna break down the 2025 Portland Regional Championships and let you guys know what was good and what was not, who won, how did they win, and in general, just things to look out for after the tournament has gone down, because usually after tournaments like this it does have an impact on the metagame. So I'm gonna let you guys know what is up with that. First off, a huge congratulations to Gavin Michaels on winning his 4th regional championship. He won it with rain. Yes, I repeat, he won with rain. He brought the rain to the game and they were able to get that W. So huge congratulations to him. Rain hasn't been the archetype he usually is, but Gavin was able to pilot it. And yes, he did say that he is, or he considers himself, the best rain player in the game. And hey, you can't argue with his results. He's won it again with rain, so you got to give it to him as the best user of the rain archetype. So let's take a look at his team first, and then we're going to look at some of the trends that we saw developing, especially after that day 2 in Portland. So first things first, the Grimmsnarl. Grimmsnarl's everywhere. Grimmsnarl's there to set up screens. We already know that, and that's what his Grimmsnarl was there to do as well. Grimmsnarl supported the team very well when needed, even though it didn't show up to a lot of his top 8 matches, but still just that presence I'm sure was able to help him get to the top 8 in some of his games prior to that. So good to see that Pokemon doing well and being everywhere. Fluttermane, Focus Sash, Photosynthesis, of course, with the Terra-type Fairy. Very good method of speed control. That Icy Wind is very clutch. He used it in the finals against Zhang. Was able to slow down the Koraidon, slow down the Weezing, and enable the Kyogre to be able to really get up a nice looking water spout. Even in the sun, it did what, 60-70% to the Koraidon. And because the Fluttermane was threatening super effective damage with that Moonblast, the Koraidon had to terrestrialize into the fire type, allowing the Kyogre to hit it super effectively with the water spell. So all in all, a very solid Pokemon. There was actually a lot more Fluttermane in this tournament that I've seen in previous ones, so it's good to see Fluttermane making its return back. Now Amoonguss. First off, Amoonguss and Calyrex Ice absolutely put the beating on Justin Wan's team in the top 8. It was one of the most one-sided matchups I've ever seen. Just these two Pokemon were able to completely dismantle his entire strategy, and all because his Weezing didn't have Taunt. As you guys can see, it had Toxic Spikes with Dazzling Gleam, but no Taunt, meaning Gavin was able to lead Amoonguss alongside the Calyrex, set up Trick Room, and put everything to sleep. It was incredible, right? And because the Calyrex Ice has this Terra Fairy, Justin's Dondozo couldn't touch it. It could not touch it. Order Up and Body Press, guess what resists both of those? And that would be the Fairy type. So it was a very one-sided matchup. And kudos to Gavin for, identifying his win cons and playing right to those strengths, because it was a very impressive going there. So yes, about Amoonguss. Okay, let's look at the top 8 teams here. Okay, what do you guys see starting from 8 and moving up? Amoonguss, Brute Bonnet, Amoonguss, Brute Bonnet, Amoonguss. So yeah, the grass type redirectors are something to keep an eye out on. They did so well at these regionals, and they have to be the reason why Miraidon was non-existent. I mean, look at that top 8. Not a single Miraidon in sight. And Miraidon was one of the more used Pokemon in the entire tournament. But the fact that even with so many of them, none of them made the top 8, that goes to show You look at the double grass types in number 8. You look at the electric immunity with Ursaluna and Brute Bonnet. You look at another Brute Bonnet, and with this dragon type that resists the electric type, obviously double grass here. We have electric immunity. We have grass. We have another resist to electric. We have another double grass. So just in general, Pokemon that are there to make life hard on the Miraidon. You now have Terra Grass, Calyrex Ice. You have Terra Grass Kyogre, right? All these developments are coming from the metagame naturally evolving to combat Mishael's winning Miraidon and Calyrex from the previous Utrick regional championship. So it's definitely something to keep an eye on when you notice the metagame shifting the way it did. So look out, guys. There's going to be a lot of grass types. There's going to be a lot of redirection. There's going to be a lot of sleep in play for sure. So look out for that. Oh yes, forgive me. So Gavin's Calyrex Ice was not Terra Grass, but Carrie's was Terra Grass. Let's take a quick look at Carrie's team. Yep, Terra Grass. You know, there's Rillaboom, then there's Terra Grass, Urshifu Rapid Strike, right? So the Pokemon nowadays are just preparing themselves to resist everything that the Miraidon is going to throw at them. So yeah, it's no wonder Miraidon didn't make it to the top 8. A lot of the metagame is now designed to stop that Pokemon from just running through the teams. So yeah, Kyogre, as you can see from Gavin's, is also Terra Grass with the Water Spout, Origin Pulse, Hydro Pump, and get this, all water moves, guys. All water moves. No Thunder, no Ice Beam, nothing. Just straight water. You gotta respect it. So yeah, that's the Kyogre. We look at the Calyrex Ice, like I mentioned. That Terra Fairy is instrumental. It completely walled Justin's Dondozo, so it wasn't even playable against his team. Not a lot of his Pokemon really was playable once, especially Trick Room got up. The Calyrex Ice was just able to snowball Amoonguss doing Amoonguss things, right? So yeah, you can definitely see the synergy between the team. Trick Room mode, you have a fast mode too. I love running with teams like this where they have like a lot of modes. It makes it really difficult to game plan for, especially considering you can only bring 4 Pokemon. Like, what if you bring Pokemon that are designed to handle the Trick Room mode, and all of a sudden he leads with a fast mode, right? And I'm guessing this Kyogre can play in both modes. You know, the speedy mode with Flutter Mane, the speedy mode with Basculegion, the slow mode with Calyrex Ice and the Amoonguss, right? And of course, Grimmsnark can play in whatever mode with that prankster ability. So yeah, very, very solid Pokemon team for sure. And expect to see a lot of this on the ladder as you guys go on ahead, especially as you look ahead into the Bologna regional championships. You're gonna find a lot of this same Pokemon. Maybe some of the spreads might be tweaked a little bit just so it's not as easily predictable, but expect to see this general archetype in the metagame. Like, you cannot be prepared. You cannot not be prepared for this. So yeah, look out for that. So yeah, Basculegion, obviously Swift Swim under rain is pretty good. You're gonna outspeed everything except maybe the Regieleki, or some choice scarf, maybe like a choice scarf. Calyrex Shadow Rider, that's probably like the only Pokemon that this wouldn't be outspeeding, and even then I'm not too sure. But yeah, Basculegion, Calyrex, Kyogre, Amoonguss, Flutter Mane, and Grimmsnark, these are your 2025 regional champions, right? Zhang's team was also really good. As you guys can even see, it was pretty much a battle of the past versus the present. You know, the vet in Gavin, right, versus a rising star in Zhang. Okay, and then you look at the Brute Bonnet versus the Amoonguss. You look at the Sun, the new Sun Setter versus the old Rain Setter, right? Then there's also obviously Rain versus Sun. Okay, and then there's Cali Shadow versus Cali Ice, right? So it's very cool finals all in all, considering. And yeah, the Walking Wig getting the boosted speed from the Sun, just like the Basculegion getting the boosted speed from the Rain. So a lot of it was kind of a mirror, but not a mirror, if that makes sense. A little bit. But yeah, shout out to both trainers. Definitely give it their all. I liked Zhang's team. But I was definitely rooting for Gavin. I definitely wanted Rain to win. I don't like facing teams like this, especially this ability shield and this kind of oh no, this is Justin's team. The ability shield and this kind of wheezing can be really annoying if you're not prepared for it. So yeah, huge shout outs to both trainers. They put on a show. Let's look at down and see if there's any other trends. So yeah, we do see Miraidon here at number 9. Let's see if we can find another Miraidon. No other Miraidon. And then the next Miraidon is at 14th. 14th, guys. Yeah, that's 3 Miraidon in the top 18. I liked Olivia's team. It was not bad at all. Olivia played well. Oh, she's Canadian too. Respect, respect. She did really well. She made it to what, top 8. And her team is pretty much Michael's team. The only real difference I saw was that she put the choice scarf on the Urshifu Rapid Strike. And yeah, now you're seeing the Miraidon starting to pop up, but the fact that it didn't do well in the top 8, it goes to show how much the metagame has evolved. So I definitely look out for that. Incineroar, only one Incineroar in the top 8. That is also something to be wary of. Surprising, really. I mean, you see a lot of it doing like later on in the ladder, but no Incineroar. Well, just one Incineroar in top 8. That's very interesting. Very, very interesting indeed. But yeah, guys, so this was the video just breaking down the 2025 Portland Regional Championships. It was very exciting to watch, and expect to see a lot of these Pokemon teams going into the Bologna Championships. All right, guys, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button if you like this type of content. Make sure you also check out this video on the left and this one on the right, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Peace out.